Right now this morning, our storm runner is out on the roads tracking slick spots that could slow down your morning drive. We're live with what you need to know before you hit the road this morning. And
we do have icy roadways today, holding on to the forecast, and some breezy and gusty winds. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
And your chance to hear from La Crosse's next potential mayor. We'll preview tonight's forum where 4 candidates take your questions.
This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Thursday, February 6th, we begin with the weather, taking another live look outside from our News 8 Now storm runner. It is out and about this morning, traveling toward Holmen, just monitoring the roads. We did get a little bit of precipitation overnight. There have been some slick spots out there, but overall, not looking too bad. Of course, just give yourself some extra time just in case. We'll check in now with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett. He'll give us some more details on what we need to know about on our morning commute. Good morning, Art.
Well, good morning to you, Alexandra. Yeah, we picked up a couple of hundredths of an inch here or there for our forecast today. Locally, up to the north, they picked up at least near 1 to 2 inches of snow. We'll also see the icy roadways underlying some of that snow that's on the ground right now. So that could mean icy roadways that you will not be able to see. Also, we've got windy conditions as a wind advisory kicks in just as we go into the 9 o'clock hour this morning and continues all the way into 6 p.m. going into your evening commute. So it's going to be breezy and gusty with a west-northwest wind. It's going to be at least up to 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. This is Menominee taking a look at the roadways there. They've done a good job plowing those roads, so looking pretty good for travel. Holding on to the yellow you see right here, that's all about the ice and roadways that could be icy for your morning commute. The blue you see on either side here, you're looking at the possibility of a winter weather watch kicking in for Friday night going into Saturday, where we have about 100% chance of snow on the way and a weather alert day for Saturday. Here's a look at the slick spots, the roadways, as I mentioned before, and then the winds kicking in for today. There's a look at the wind advisory, and it is widespread. When I come back, I'll have a better overview of how this takes out, but right now you can see your local temperatures widespread in the 20s, and it's pretty comfortable out there as well.
All right, Art, thank you. We'll keep checking in with you throughout the morning as well. Today, President Trump expected to speak at the National Prayer Breakfast in Washington. The appearance keeping with tradition as he works to make sweeping changes to the federal government and national culture as well. CBS's Jared Hill has the latest amid a looming deadline for millions of federal workers.
At the White House, President Donald Trump continued to make good on his promise to change the federal government, signing a new executive order banning transgender athletes from women's sports.
From now on, women's sports will be only for women.
It's the latest in his sweeping set of overhauls by executive action.
No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
Facing new pushback from the East Coast to the heartland. In an effort led by Elon Musk to shrink the federal government, today is the last day for federal workers to take a buyout. And nearly all of the 10,000 USAID employees, the agency that works to feed the world and fight disease, are set to be put on leave as of midnight tomorrow.
USAID projects play an integral part of America's foreign policy objectives, and we do all of this with less than 1% of the national budget.
Meanwhile, President Trump is standing by his idea to have the U.S. take over the Gaza Strip.
Everybody loves it.
But wouldn't elaborate on the suggestion to send in American troops and permanently remove Palestinians. His administration is walking back some of the rhetoric.
The president has made it clear that they need to be temporarily relocated out of Gaza for the rebuilding of this effort.
Now, the president could be setting his sights on another place to make cuts, the Department of Education.
And yesterday, congressional Democrats tried to subpoena Elon Musk to testify before a committee. Republicans blocked that effort, though. Meanwhile, Trump's newly sworn-in Attorney General Pam Bondi issuing broad reforms to the Department of Justice, including reviewing prosecutions of President Trump. About 200 EPA workers could soon be placed on paid leave. EPA leaders say they'll treat the Office of Environmental Justice and Civil Rights as a DEI division, following Trump administration policy. This comes after the agency already closed its DEI office. While officials classify environmental justice as DEI work, EPA staff say these programs protect vulnerable communities from pollution and climate impacts. Closer to home this morning, an Eau Claire woman is in custody for OWI after rear-ending a school bus in Dunn County. Deputies there say this woman, 33-year-old Ashley Harp, crashed into an Elk Mound school bus yesterday. None of the 18 students on board were hurt. She now faces drunk driving charges. And a man is charged with child abduction this morning as the search intensifies for a pregnant Beaver Dam teenager. Police say 40-year-old Gary Day met 16-year-old Sophia Franklin online. The two are believed to be in a black Buick LaCrosse with switched Pennsylvania plates. He has ties to Arkansas, where authorities are now on an alert. Investigators say both were aware of consent laws across multiple states.
Use the methods to track him, and hopefully we'll be able to pinpoint where he's at sooner than later.
Sophia is 5'9", weighs about 186 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. Day is 5'7", 156 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Amber Alert tip line. That number is on your screen. You can also Google it. And tonight is your chance to hear from La Crosse's mayoral candidates. The mayoral forum kicking off at 6 o'clock at UW La Crosse. 4 candidates will take questions from the public: Ellie McClune, Shondell Washington Spivey, Vicki Markison, and Christine Kalo. Doors open at 5. Wisconsin farmers will soon see improvements on their rural roads. WisDOT says it is investing $100 million to fix farm-to-market routes. 55 projects will target Class B highways that connect to agricultural lands. The state says nearly 300 communities have already applied for the improvements. And more help on the way for Wisconsin dairy farmers. Senators Tammy Baldwin and Marsha Blackburn's new bill aims to help farmers create new products and expand their markets. The legislation would boost funding for dairy innovation from $20 to $36 million.
So Wisconsin's dairy businesses, they work hard every single day to put our state on the map with world-class products. And they are key drivers of our state's economy.
The Dairy Business Innovation Act, as it's called, would help processors modernize their facilities while opening new markets. And several Wisconsin Head Start programs still can't access federal funds that help provide care for children, more than a week after the White House told them they would not be impacted. Even those that have gotten money are still coping with damaging long-term consequences. Adam Reif shows us how this uncertainty is hurting families.
It has to be figured out. This can't be how this works.
Wisconsin Head Start Association's Jenny Maurer says it's not sustainable, and many of the state's providers can't hold out much longer.
Are scrambling. They're doing things like talking to community banks and pulling lines of credit.
The industry's financial margins are razor thin, so are the margins of error. So when the federal government only approved half of Milwaukee's Penfield Children's Center's money, they started to look into liquidating assets in order to pay their bills.
Right now, that level of uncertainty is quite elevated.
Until last Monday, everything worked. For years, President and CEO Polina Makievsky said their entire amount was approved within 24 hours. But this delay is forcing Penfield to find ways to keep providing critical care to 1,700 families. And the community's needs continue to be urgent.
That doesn't slow down, and if anything, it's probably going to be accelerated.
Children need safe places to go, staff need jobs, and parents and families need to go to work. But it's already a challenge for Head Start providers across the state to care for the more than 16,000 children in their care.
And they're also dealing with this nonsense. This is heartbreaking. This is chaotic.
And while the number of providers who could not access their money has slowly decreased, their trust has been severely impacted.
I'm very concerned about next week.
We're not leaving anything to chance anymore.
For years, when things were running smoothly, grantees would draw down their funds quarterly, knowing the money would be there. But now several will try to submit for payment every month or more frequently. Even then, they're unsure if they will get what they have been promised. Time now is 6:09, so ahead on your morning news, Disney Plus loses 700,000 subscribers. We'll tell you why. Crayola bringing back 8 discontinued colors, and Spotify reporting its first full year of profit. And Super Bowl prices are all over the field this year, a record-breaking year for ad spots, while ticket prices take a surprise dive. Plus, what you'll pay to host that watch party, your game day spending guide straight ahead. And for now, we are sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Scientists have discovered the oldest modern bird, a 68-million-year-old ancestor of today's duck found in Antarctica. The skull belongs to a creature about the size of a mallard. Unlike its dinosaur-era neighbors with their toothed beaks and bony tails, this ancient bird shows modern features, making it the oldest of its kind ever found. And for now, we are leaving you with another live look from our News 8 Now Storm Runner. This is in Holman, one of those roundabouts there heading into town. Roads are not looking too bad. They're not looking too great either, though, are they? You can see a little bit of leftover snow, probably some slick spots out there. So while it's nothing too serious, just try to give yourself a few extra minutes to get where you're going this morning. We'll continue to update you on the roads and the weather and the news. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, spend $6.99 and get a free Stanley tumbler and up to $200 in MasterCard rewards cards on quality mattress brands Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. The President's Day mattress sale going on now at Home Sleep Express.
It's a textbook case. Out of sight, out of mind.
Couldn't they see the signs?
Here, look at the autopsy report. The signs are all there. A plugged vent, rust buildup, dirty flame sensor, and loose wiring. No sign of maintenance. The list goes on and on.
What about the filter?
Don't get me started on the filter.
Well, what does your gut tell you, Rook? Gotta be someone close to the victim. Someone with access. I know who our suspect is.
If you suspect something is up with your HVAC system, call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Bad feet? Bad back? Get Good Feet with a personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good feet, good hugs. Good feet, good days. Good feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
As head of criminal appeals, Susan Crawford had one job: keep a convicted rapist behind bars. Yet Crawford didn't bother filing the appeal in time, letting the rapist walk free. The victim, already scarred beyond measure, called Crawford's negligence utterly disgusting. Traumatized by Crawford's disregard for justice, her criminal coddling record is an injustice to us all.
It's the President's Day sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets with free delivery and setup and a $300 shopping card. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years. The Tempur-Pedic President's Day sale at Home Sleep Express.
Well, good morning to you. If you're heading out on the roadways this early morning, we've already told you on a few occasions away the possibility of snow on the ground, and of course there could be some underlying ice under that snow, so please be careful this early morning. By 9 o'clock going to 6 p.m. later on today, we're holding on to a wind advisory that kicks in for this morning going into the afternoon and evening hours with winds up to 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. Current temperatures 20s right now, widespread for you. As we get into it here, you're looking at that snow ticking out of the area right now, and as that happens, we're opening up the skies gradually, working across the Mississippi right now, taking us into partly cloudy skies for the afternoon. We're holding on to these winds already starting to stir up a little bit down to the surface. They're light right now, getting up to maybe 15, maybe 16 miles per hour, but the wind gusts will go from up to 30 to 40 miles per hour, possibly as we go through the day, maybe even nearing 50 in some cases. We get closer into the latter portion of the afternoon and into the evening hours. Fog right now because the winds are fairly light, still happening down to the south right now. 8 miles of visibility for Sparta. Folks that are heading out to Wisconsin Rapids as well and Marshfield, they're looking at least 7 to 4 miles of visibility. Highs for today. Plenty of sunshine for you with temperatures from 21 to about 35 degrees out there. Then we'll get into the look ahead to see what's happening. As we go to La Crosse, you can see the temperatures and the wind chills associated with that, with mostly 20s holding on today. We'll also see at least partly cloudy skies. Eau Claire will do the same, breaking into some sunshine today and then holding on to windy conditions to finish the afternoon. Once we get into it, when I come back, we'll talk about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because we have a weather alert day on Saturday, and that means we could see snow popping in as we go into Sunday. Friday night as well. So we'll be back when I return with your local forecast.
In your morning consumer news, streaming numbers telling two different stories for Disney. Disney Plus lost 700,000 subscribers after October's price hike, while sister service Hulu gained 1.6 million. The shift wasn't as dramatic as Wall Street was expecting, thanks partly to hits like Moana 2. Disney's overall revenue climbed 5%. And Crayola is bringing back 8 retired crayon colors in a limited edition collection. It is the first time in the company's 122-year history that it's done this. The returning colors are Dandelion, Blizzard Blue, Magic Mint Mulberry, Orange Red, Violet Blue, Lemon Yellow, and Raw Umber. For some of them, it'll be the first time they've been in stores in 35 years. They will hit store shelves this spring and will be available throughout the year. And Spotify reporting its first full year of profitability since being founded nearly 20 years ago. The audio streamer reported a profit of nearly $1.2 billion for 2024. It also reported monthly active users jumped 12% for the fourth quarter, the highest fourth quarter increase in its history. Last year, the tech giant raised subscription prices in many parts of the world to help boost revenue. And ad prices are up, ticket prices are down, and the groceries that make up the Super Bowl spread are a mixed bag. Karen Kafa breaks down the numbers around Sunday's big game.
With the price tag of some Super Bowl ads at $8 million for 30 seconds, Donna Werdelich, a professor of marketing at Virginia Tech, says advertisers still see the steep price of admission as worth it.
Why? Because now it's a little bit more of a show, right? There's a couple of more components that are really, really involved now, such as the Taylor Swift effect.
Taylor Swift's presence as she roots for Chiefs star Travis Kelce, broadening the game day audience and the opportunities for brands like Dove Spot encouraging girls in sports and Haagen-Dazs.
What happened to Fast Life?
Not today.
With Vin Diesel showing a softer side.
Memorable marketing moments and really bringing and engaging the country in and really, really trying to bring it back to this is one of the staples of America.
Watching at home means eating at home. The National Retail Federation says Americans will spend about $18.6 billion on game day celebrations, with most consumers buying food and beverages. Wells Fargo found some game day favorites more costly this year and others a little less.
We're seeing what we're calling kind of a seesaw effect out in the grocery store.
Items pricier than last year include raw chicken wings up 7%, avocados and cherry tomatoes both up more than 11%, with the domestic supply of tomatoes crunched after Florida hurricanes.
Consumers are going to be paying more, not only due to popularity, but also because they are being imported.
Frozen pizzas, chips, and salsa among items trending cheaper than last year.
Anyone else really hungry now? That all looked so good. That was a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over now to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett. He has a look at our forecast.
All right, and away we go. Let's give you a view of how this all looks going into that snow that's kind of moving out of the area right now. You can see the bulk of that snow that crossed us as we went into the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock hour this morning. That ticked out over Lake Michigan. Now you can see it moving over to the UP. We had our winter weather advisory that ended at around, say, 3 o'clock this morning. And now we're holding on with the remnants now of snow on the ground, as well as portions of icy road conditions. Now, as this continues to tick out of the area, you'll see as we go through today, these winds will continue to increase as we go into the 9 o'clock hour and start to pick up, going right through the afternoon hours and clearing out our skies, as you can see, mostly down to the central and southern portion of our area, with some snow still lingering up by Ladysmith and Wausau. We'll see this as we finish out going into Thursday as we go through the morning hours, and that continues into the afternoon with sunshine eventually eventually getting their way by the late afternoon. Highs today, we're looking at 21 to about, say, 35 degrees under partly cloudy skies today. We start out cloudy, then we get into opening skies as we finish out, as we go into the late morning into the early afternoon. Thursday, take a look here as all that snow gets out of the way going to the northeast and out. We go into Friday with clouds coming back again. We'll hold on for that going into the evening hours. So it's a day of sunshine. Then we get into the evening hours about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We'll start to see the clouds increase, and then snow starts to work its way into the forecast, breaks down, and then comes back again for like the 9 o'clock hour going into the overnight going into Saturday, and that continues all the way through the day. We can now see about 4 to 8 inches of snow possible, with maybe higher amounts possible going into the forecast. Now that continues to tick out of the area, and it's up and it's gone and it's done. All right, so I want to show you something here. This is the snow that we're going to pick up as we go through Friday, carrying all the way over into Saturday, finishing out the day. The bulk of this snow is holding on to around, say, La Crosse. You got Sparta in there, Black River Falls, Winona. It's not well up to the north. Now you're going to see one of the models I'm going to show you is going to see some of that kind of moving up to the north, but for right now, this is how it all plays out. Friday, we go into 18 degrees all the way to about 30 degrees, so we're starting to cool you on down gradually. We'll go into Friday from 5 o'clock in the morning. By the time we get in this sunrise for Friday, you're looking at 1 degree to at least maybe 12 to 14 degrees. That being said, we get out of that. Clouds are on the increase as we go into the morning hours and into the afternoon. As you can see, we'll take it to 3 o'clock. We're looking at highs from 18 to about, say, 29 degrees. La Crosse will be 25 degrees, carrying over to Eau Claire at 19 degrees. Snow starts to work in the forecast across the Mississippi. As it does that, you'll see that finish out by between 5 going into the 9 o'clock hour, and then we're out of it, done. When we go back in the 2 o'clock hour, you're seeing this come in. So it's going to be more along the lines of about 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I should say in the overnight hours going into Saturday. By Saturday in the morning hours, by 4 o'clock going all the way through the 6 o'clock hour and into sunrise, you're going to be seeing heavier snow. You can see it. Most of that bulking all the way around La Crosse, Black River Falls, holding on to areas by Eau Claire and Ladysmith as well. Then eventually it gets out of the way and we are up and done. So we're talking about 4 to 8 inches of snow in the forecast. So what we're looking at now is Menominee, looking pretty good on the roadways for you there. It's 26 degrees out there and it feels like it's 13 degrees right now. We'll take it into the next few days here as we go into it, looking at your next 8 days, and away we go. As you can take a look at this, 30 degrees today, 26 for tomorrow. Weather alert day for Saturday with 100% chance of rain and snow, I should say, in the forecast. Colder conditions going into next week.
All right, Art, thank you. Later for us, does that steaming cup of cocoa really warm you up? The surprising science behind your favorite winter drinks after the morning sports blitz.
Coming up in the Blitz, some of the area's best playmakers on Friday nights from the Coulee region putting pen to paper. That and highlights from a big one in the WIAC men's hoop standings coming up.
And for now, we are leaving you with a live look at an emergency situation going on. This is on Highway 53 between Highway 35 and County Road MH north of Pullman. We do know that there were some reports of a vehicle being on fire, and they have closed down Highway 53 between 35 and MH. We are working to learn the latest details from officials. We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $5.79 per pound or 85% lean for $5.39 per pound. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Wisconsin winters are no joke. Just ask Barry the Bear. Every year he hibernates to escape the cold, but hibernating on an old lumpy mattress?
It's unbearable.
So Barry came to King Furniture because right now you can trade in your old mattress for $100 towards a new one. Get this closeout therapeutic mattress and box spring for just $4.99 when you trade in your old mattress.
Well, now that's hibernation heaven.
Survive the winter and make your den a little comfier at King Furniture.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
Brad Schimmel's ad, it's a lie.
So here's the truth. Schimmel wants to bring back the 1849 law that bans all abortions, with no exceptions for rape or incest. Schimmel gave plea deals to child molesters, let domestic abusers walk with no jail time. And he's the one who let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for 2 years, while survivors waited for justice. That's Brad Schimmel. Too extreme for the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $5.79 per pound or 85% lean for $5.39 per pound. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Eau Claire's only emergency shelter for domestic violence victims is facing a funding crisis, which could lead to drastic cuts in services. Tonight at 6, how the Bolton Refuge House is hoping to keep emergency care available and what might happen to those it serves if they can't.
The Blitz. Well, it is always fun to see faces light up as players announce the next journey they'll embark on in their athletic careers. That was the case at Onalaska High yesterday as Cameron Cornett signed his national letter of intent to play for Michigan Tech next season. Cornett was the definition of a home run hitter at running back for the Hilltoppers with a chance to break any run and take it to the house. He says it was only fairly recently that his dream to play collegiately became attainable.
It became reality this summer when I first got my offer from Moorhead, but it's really exciting because I get to play at a high level with some great guys and to learn from them.
And when I asked Cam what type of player Michigan Tech was getting, he said to me, a dog. In West Salem, the terrific tandem that scorched the field on Friday nights for the Panthers, Luke Baginski and Carter Pontius, put pen to paper, signaling a commitment to play college football as well. Pontius will play wide receiver at Upper Iowa, and Baginski will play safety or linebacker at Winona State. Baginski is excited to get to work as a Warrior, but the playmaker always didn't know this was the sport he wanted to play at the next level.
Well, I really wanted to play college baseball for the longest time, and then junior year, I had a pretty decent season, and then senior year, I tore my throwing shoulder, and that kind of put a stop to all the baseball talk. So senior year, it really kicked in that I had an opportunity to play college football, and that was when I really wanted to do it.
All right, huge matchup in the WIAC standings last night. Number 6 UWL, number 4 Platteville, the rematch. First half, after Carter Thomas gets stuck, Dustin DeRusso makes a cut to the rim and is cleared for takeoff. Then it's Thomas taking things into his own hands. This trip down the court, step back 3, tickles the twine. Eagles go up 5. Game was tied at 33 entering halftime, but Platteville scores 50 in the second half, and the Pioneers pick up the win and get back in the sole possession of first place in the conference standings. A big congratulations to Cam, Luke, and Carter, and all the area athletes that saw their hard work pay off. That'll do it for the Blitz. Hope to see you later tonight.
Get this stylish sofa for just $295. Get up to 60% off list during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Gather around this 7-piece dining set, just $499. You'll get the best deals. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
Susan Crawford. She's the prosecutor who locked up violent criminals, the judge who's kept them off the street, and the leader who fought for abortion rights. On the Supreme Court, she'll look at the facts and uphold the law. Fair, impartial, common sense. That's Judge Susan Crawford.
For me, being a judge is really pretty simple. There's right and there's wrong, and I'll always do the right thing for Wisconsin.
The La Crosse Sports Show is back February 6th through 9th.
Be amazed by Sarah Twister, the incredible performer who balances on her arms while shooting a bow and arrow with her feet.
Get grilling tips from Mad Dog and Meryl.
Learn from top fishing and hunting pros with live demos and expert discussions.
Plus, feed parakeets, try your luck in the trout pond,
and get your trophy rack scored for free.
Come for the deals, stay for the fun.
Open now through Sunday at the La Crosse Center.
Your ticket to outdoor adventure awaits at lacrossesportshow.com.
Attention!
If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 715-469-6907. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 715-469-6907. Again, that's 715-469-6907.
Welcome to Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique, your new go-to for all things gourmet and kitchen chic. From artisanal cookware to unique gourmet ingredients, we've got everything to inspire your inner chef. Discover our exclusive collection of kitchen gadgets, quality knives, and delicious culinary delights. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a home cooking enthusiast, Hazel and Lola's is here to elevate your kitchen game. Hazel and Lola's, located inside Wesco and Sparta. Stop in today and tell them Peyton sent you.
The huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen for just $3.99. Shop America's favorite sleep brands with a 365-night sleep guarantee. Up to 60% off right now during the President's Sale at Slumberland.
Yes! Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Tonight at 6, News 8 Now's Allison Fergit looks into how a cut in funding from the Federal Victims of Crime Act is impacting area domestic violence shelters. Allison is here now to give us a preview of that story. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning, Alexandra.
So tell us a little bit about what we're talking about here and who you spoke with.
For sure. So this is impacting domestic violence shelters all across Wisconsin, but I specifically talked to the Bolton Refuge House in Eau Claire. They've been open since the 1970s, so they've been around for a while, and they've been able to expand their services. So now they're serving thousands of people in Eau Claire, Jackson, Buffalo counties in different ways, providing different types of education and safety plans for all residents. But right now, they also run an emergency violence shelter. So for people who are fleeing from a pretty abusive situation, they are able to go there. And right now, they serve about a couple dozen people. It's very vital. It's one of the only shelters like that within the greater Chippewa Valley area. So they're providing a very crucial service in their area.
Yeah, and so very vital. We know they depend on funding. How are they going to deal with a cut in funding?
For sure. So they usually get about $250,000 from the VOC Act, the Victims of Crime Act. That's a federal fund. They recently put a cap on that act. So this year they only received $90,500. So that is a huge, significant cut for them. So right now they're able to, they have some financial cushion. They're able to get through, but it's been really tough for them.
Yeah, okay. Well, that'll be a great story. Looking forward to seeing that tonight at 6. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you, Alexandra.
No problem. And turning now to some medical news. It's been a cold winter in many parts of the U.S., including here. For some, it's known as soup season, hot chocolate, or hot tea season. But do those warm drinks actually warm you up? Susan Elizabeth Littlefield spoke with an international expert who says the answer may depend on when you drink it.
When it comes to wintering winter, we all have our tricks.
I usually just go indoors and I just get in a blanket.
What do you do to warm up?
Head south.
As for local remedies, there's the Warm Como Conservatory and the go-to internal relief.
Chai, probably just coffee.
Hot tea.
For Zach Johnson, the preference is clear.
My daughter has discovered hot chocolate, and when your 2-year-old discovers hot chocolate, you start to fall in love with hot chocolate again.
Fun, but is it functional?
Do you think that warm liquids actually warm us up?
I suspect in some way they do. I don't know exactly how, but yeah, I would think so.
What do you do to warm up when you're outside?
Hot water.
Dr. Nathan Morris is coming in hot with the answer. When indoors, Dr. Morris works at the University of Colorado. He helped run an intricate study testing how body temperatures respond to hot liquids.
Do warm liquids actually warm our bodies up?
So the answer is it'll depend on the situation you're in.
but most of the time, no, they won't.
Dr. Morris says if you are outdoors, water-based drinks or soups will stop the symptoms of cold, but not raise your actual body temperature.
So you drink hot water, your shivering reduces, your metabolic rate reduces, but your core temperature isn't affected.
But he says the warm liquids may bump up your temp a little if you drink them before you go outside and put your body into stress mode. Still, an outdoor coffee, he says, has its perks.
It makes you feel more comfortable, and it stops you from shivering, which is going to make you feel a lot better.
So at the least, hot drinks, warm souls.
Dr. Morris has also done research on cold beverages and found they don't change core temperatures either. And a local class is turning amateur snacks into charcuterie artists. Hunt and Gather Grazing taught locals how to pair flavors and build their own boards at the Holman Library. Students there got hands-on experience creating and taking home their own designs. Organizers say it's showing people these trendy appetizer boards aren't as intimidating as they may look.
Oftentimes I joke like, hey, this is what your board is going to look like by the end. And folks are like, no, it's not. I don't believe you. And then once the board is done and the class is finished, they're always impressed with what they got to learn in such a short amount of time.
This was the third time they have hosted the class at the library. A new program launched in La Crosse yesterday to help local startups grow. Million Cups brings entrepreneurs together weekly to share ideas and get advice. 2 local startups kicked off the program, presenting to mentors and potential investors.
The Chamber is always looking for ways to bring quality, valuable programming to our businesses, and this was just a no-brainer to bring this nationally recognized program to La Crosse to help our entrepreneurs get connected to other business in the community.
The program will run from 8:45 to 10 a.m. every Wednesday in the Fine Arts Center at Viterbo University. Some good news if you like shopping downtown La Crosse. The Open app will give you 20% cash back on purchases now through Sunday. The deal covers everything between La Crosse and Market Streets from West Avenue to the river. A bonus, the app offers ongoing perks.
Regularly, you do get 5% cash back any day, all the time on this app. And of course, this weekend with the Thursday through Sunday getting the 20% cash back, keep the app. We will always send notifications if there's more savings coming. So have the app downloaded and be ready to start earning money for supporting local.
You can download the app at lacrossedowntown.com. And a quick traffic alert to let you know about as you head out of the door this morning. This is from one of our traffic cameras. It appears to be some kind of a semi-accident. This is off of I-94 near County Road HH between Osseo and Eau Claire. We haven't heard anything from emergency officials. We're still waiting to hear from them. Again, this is from one of our traffic cameras, but definitely, as we have been reporting all morning, the roads are slick out there, so it may not look too bad, but just be careful, be mindful of that, and give yourself a couple extra minutes to get where you're going. We'll check in now with Art. He's got some more information on the weather for us.
Okay, going to reiterate what Alexander just said again. Icy roadways. You've got the snow on the ground. Underneath the snow could be some ice that you just don't see. And I'm not talking black ice. I'm just talking about snow that's been covered up by, or ice that's been covered up by the snow in the forecast here right now. Now, the winds are going to start to pick up as we go into the 9 o'clock hour with a wind advisory that comes into play. It goes to 6 p.m. Now, if that snow is still on the ground and it's not like frozen solid there in some cases, well, that snow could start to get blown around, and that could also limit your visibility this early morning as well. We'll get into it here as most of that snow is getting tracked out of the area right now. We're getting into opening up skies here as we finish out the day. We're starting out cloudy right now, getting into partly cloudy skies for the better part of the day. Current temperatures, though, check this out. Eau Claire is at 24 degrees right now, right? You've got La Crosse at 28 degrees. Everybody else widespread in the 20s. As we get into it, Eau Claire feels like it's 12 degrees out there, believe it or not, and La Crosse feels like it's 17 degrees. So we're in the 20s, but it feels like you're in the teens. You take it into how this all looks going into the look ahead for today for La Crosse. Well, you're looking at temperatures from 25 extending all the way up to about 28 degrees possibly for the highs possible. We should be around, say, 30 degrees for a high today in La Crosse. You take it over to Eau Claire, though, you're going to be seeing conditions right now. We're starting out in the teens right now, as you can see, going into it. Right now, La Crosse or Eau Claire is at 24 degrees. By the time we get in the afternoon, they're looking at possible highs that are going to be around 17 degrees, and so they're colder in the morning than they will be in the afternoon, just to let you know how that all plays out. But let me take a look here as we get into it here. Sabrina has announced she's releasing an expanded version of her breakthrough album. We'll talk about the deluxe edition of the Short and Sweet coming up in just a moment. Stick around.
When I'm done, cleaned up, and I take the customer down there, I go through it all with them and explain how the equipment operates, show them how the bypass operates, how to set the clock, how the unit actually backwashes, pulls brine, how a water softener actually works.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Brad Schimmel's ad, it's a lie. So here's the truth. Schimmel wants to bring back the 1849 law that bans all abortions, with no exceptions for rape or incest. Schimmel gave plea deals to child molesters, let domestic abusers walk with no jail time. And he's the one who let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for 2 years, while survivors waited for justice. That's Brad Schimmel. Too extreme for the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
The La Crosse Sports Show is back February 6th through 9th.
Be amazed by Sarah Twister, the incredible performer who balances on her arms while shooting a bow and arrow with her feet.
Get grilling tips from Mad Dog and Merrill.
Learn from top fishing and hunting pros with live demos and expert discussions.
Plus, feed parakeets, try your luck in the trout pond,
And get your trophy rack scored for free.
come for the deals, stay for the fun.
Open now through Sunday at the La Crosse Center.
Your ticket to outdoor adventure awaits at lacrossesportshow.com.
Wisconsin winters are no joke. Just ask Barry the Bear. Every year he hibernates to escape the cold, but hibernating on an old lumpy mattress? It's unbearable. So Barry came to King Furniture because right now you can trade in your old mattress for $100 towards a new one. Get this closeout therapeutic mattress and box spring for just $4.99 when you trade in your old mattress.
Well, now that's hibernation heaven.
Survive the winter and make your den a little comfier at King Furniture.
When I'm done, cleaned up, and I take the customer down there, I go through it all with them and explain how the equipment operates, show them how the bypass operates, how to set the clock, how the unit actually backwashes, pulls brine, how a water softener actually works.
All right, heading on over to the wall here. We're taking a look here as we go into La Crosse Planner. I want to take you right back to it. Icy roadways with a little bit of snow on top of that. Then we get into the day, you're going to increase the clouds, or I should say decrease the clouds going into the mid-morning hours. And by the time you get in the afternoon, you're looking at sunny skies to prevail with winds around, say, 22 miles per hour plus. In some cases, gusts are going to be up to the 30s and the 40s, possibly nearing 50s once you get into the evening hours. Eau Claire, you're starting out on the cooler side. I'm starting you out at 5 o'clock going into 7 o'clock because I wanted to show you the 7 o'clock hour. 23 degrees starting at 7 a.m., possibly kids heading to school. And then you're also looking at by 3 p.m. when the kids are out of school, 17 degrees. So you guys are going the opposite direction. You're starting to cool on down going into the afternoon with breezy and gusty winds. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this is what's coming up. Sunny and seasonal for Friday. Then nighttime snow comes in with a weather alert day for Saturday. We'll pick up snow maybe up to now 4 to 8 inches as an update getting into it. Plus, we'll also see as we go into Sunday, you've got maybe some snow on the roadways. You're getting in the morning hours, heading to church, but you're also going to be looking at sunny skies and a nice looking day ahead, but a little on the cold side as well. We're clearing out the snow here, but you take a look here, looking at Millston. If the roadways are looking a lot better, they did a good job of plowing there as well, so not a problem for the roadways there. You're taking a look going to Toma and then heading out to Shelby on the other side. You're looking at conditions to be fairly clear, but they look a little bit icy and glazed, as you can see, or at least moist out there right now, so that means there could be a little bit of freezing going on. Temperatures right now 28 degrees Feels like it's 16 degrees out there. We'll hold on to gradually clearing the skies as we go through the day here for the morning hours. Finishing out as we go into 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, you're looking at temperatures from 17 to about, say, 29 degrees out there. We're on the mild side now with warmer air coming in from the west. We'll also be looking at the 11 o'clock hour where clouds still hold lingering up to the north where everybody else is opening up the skies to at least mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Highs today, you're looking at least 22 to about 36 degrees out there. And of course, we're going to be holding on to those winds I mentioned, breezy and gusty out of the west-northwest. Highs for Friday, 18 to about 31 degrees under mostly sunny skies. So more of that sunshine on the way for us. We'll carry over as we go right through Friday, looking at the sunrise going into the 9 o'clock hour to 10 o'clock hour. You're looking at 4 degrees to about, say, 15 degrees. So it's much colder on your skin. Once you get into the 11 o'clock hour going into the afternoon, you're looking at the breeze coming in. We're also looking at winds picking up as well, maybe a little snow in the forecast as well. So we'll take it to partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. By 6 o'clock going into the evening commute, snow is a possibility. It's a slight chance first, then disappearing, coming back again once we go into the 11 o'clock hour all the way to the overnight hours with snow on the way. That snow will continue to develop as we go into Saturday, hence the weather alert day in play for these snowy conditions where we could see maybe 4 to 8 inches of snow. You're not seeing it mostly well up to the north. You're seeing it over La Crosse, Winona, Eau Claire. You're seeing it over areas by Viroqua as well. And so the bulk of that is holding onto our areas. We finish out the day by about 5 o'clock or so. We should be done with the snow and we're up and out. That being said, carrying over to how much snow we're going to pick up out of this, well, you can see finishing out for Friday going into a little dusting here. Then we carry over to Saturday, and there's a look at that snow, about 4 inches plus to finish out this forecast going into Saturday. In fact, you're looking at today holding on to 30 to 26 degrees with mild conditions into Saturday with a 100% chance of snow on the way. We're also seeing drier and colder conditions going into next week. Much colder temperatures in the teens. Be safe out there.
In our Morning Buzz report, Cynthia Erivo has been crowned Harvard's Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year. The Wicked star received the prestigious Pudding Pot Award at a celebratory event. The singer and actress is already a Tony, Emmy, and Grammy Award winner and is up for Best Actress at next month's Academy Award to get the prestigious EGOT. And a new duet pairs a pop star with a country legend. Sabrina Carpenter is teaming up with Dolly Parton for a remix of her hit Please, Please, Please. It's part of her expanded album Short and Sweet, dropping Valentine's Day. The original version earned Carpenter both Song of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album.
Every day is an opportunity to change your life. Good morning! Do you think I just woke up one day as a top-selling realtor? You won the Regional Realtor of the Year award.
Kiwi Kwan stars as Marvin, who wasn't always a cheerful realtor. As he's reminded of his past as a hitman by an unnerving Valentine, Love Hurts is out tomorrow. If you missed the North American leg of Imagine Dragons' Loom World Tour, you can experience it in a movie theater. Imagine Dragons, live from the Hollywood Bowl with the LA Film Orchestra, is set to play cinemas worldwide. Tickets go on sale February 12th. And before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Trenton is turning 8 years old today. He loves to go fishing, hunting, and spending time with his family.
Happy birthday, Trenton. Got a big fish there. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Morning News Now is after the break.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, a big show today, some big names as well. Nate kicking it off in the Big Easy ahead of this weekend's Super Bowl. He'll be joined by a 2-time Super Bowl winner. That is Eli Manning. They're going to talk all things Eagles and Chiefs. Plus, Yellow Jackets actor Melanie Lynskey is here. She'll be in studio to tell us about the very highly anticipated 3rd season of the hit Paramount Plus series, Yellow Jackets. Also, a country music superstar in the house, Kenny Chesney, will be joining us. He's got a big announcement. And we have a Grammy Award winner, multiple Grammy Award winner, in fact, John Legend, here for a special edition of CBS Mornings Deals. All that at 7.
Welcome to Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique. Whether you're a gourmet cook or an aspiring foodie, we have something for your style and taste. See our selection of gourmet cookware, bakeware, and appliances. Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique. Stop in today and tell them Peyton sent you.
Shop Wisconsin's best deals at Black River Furniture Outlet. Find unbeatable prices on sectionals, big or small, to fit every home. Great savings on Ashley sofas and love seats. Style and comfort at a price you'll love. Check out our wide selection of reclining and power furniture, plus custom options from Best Home Furnishings. Experience top-tier comfort with Catnapper Furniture, where relaxation is key. Black River Furniture Outlet, your upholstery headquarters. Family values, veteran-owned, and no corporate hassle. Open 7 days a week in Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
No matter where I seat my guests, they seem to like the kitchen best. A kitchen's the heart of the home. It should be warm and welcoming. It should be attractive and functional. But it can be a real challenge unless you come here where you can meet with a designer, find all of the products that you need, and trust the project to our carpenters, plumbers, and electricians. For kitchens, bathrooms, and other home improvements, put your trust in the Board Store Home Improvements. Contact us today.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
Get a free tumbler and up to $200 in rewards cards during the President's Day sale at Home Furniture.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
What will you find at Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique? Everything you need and more. See our selection of Polish pottery, cookware, olive oils and vinegar, and our gadget wall. Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique, located inside Wesco and Sparta. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Eau Claire's only emergency shelter for domestic violence victims is facing a funding crisis, which could lead to drastic cuts in services. Tonight at 6, how the Bolton Refuge House is hoping to keep emergency care available and what might happen to those it serves if they can't.
This is you, one place to the next. One more thing to check off the list. But stopping for 30 minutes? Well, that's just not an option. So that's why there's this, the News 8000 app. All your local news, plus a little bit beyond. So take a break when you want to.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time. First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
Welcome back at 6:51. Time for your morning news now. A man is charged with child abduction as the search intensifies for a pregnant Beaver Dam teen. Police say 40-year-old Gary Day met 16-year-old Sophia Franklin online. The two are believed to be in black Buick LaCrosse with switched Pennsylvania plates. He has ties to Arkansas, where authorities are also now on alert.
Use a method to track him, and hopefully we'll be able to pinpoint where he's at sooner than later.
Sophia is reportedly 5'9", weighs about 186 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. Day is 5'7", 156 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Amber Alert tip line. And protesters flooded state capitals around the country yesterday, demanding change in President Trump's policies. From Madison to St. Paul to Des Moines, hundreds took to the streets as part of the 50-51 movement. About 400 demonstrators gathered at Wisconsin's capital, with marches erupting in all 50 states, many like this man voicing concerns over legal immigrant rights.
I happen to be working with some Ukrainian families, and we're very afraid that's going to happen to them. The Haitian families, the Afghanistans, all of them are here legally. They're well documented.
Protesters say they were calling out Trump's policies on things like human rights, immigration, and his choice of advisors like Elon Musk. And President Trump signing an executive order to ban transgender girls and women from competing on sports teams that match their gender identity, marking his latest move targeting transgender rights. Tonight is your chance to hear from La Crosse's mayoral candidates. The mayoral forum kicks off at 6 at UW La Crosse. 4 candidates will take questions from the public there. Ellie McClune, Shondell Washington Spivey, Vicky Markison, and Christine Kalo. Doors open at 5. Some good news if you like shopping downtown. The Open app will give you 20% cash back on purchases now through Sunday. The deal covers everything between La Crosse and Market Streets from West Avenue to the river, and the app will offer bonus ongoing perks.
Regularly, you do get 5% cash back any day, all the time on this app. And of course, this weekend with the Thursday through Sunday getting the 20% cash back, keep the app. We will always send notifications if there's more savings coming. So have the app downloaded and be ready to start earning money for supporting local.
You can download the app at lacrossedowntown.com. And a quick traffic alert for you this morning. We do know that some roads are slick out there. Checking in now, this is with our News 8 Now Storm Runner. This has been patrolling with Jeremy Wall. He's been manning the ship for us this morning. Roads are not looking too bad. You can see some residual snow kind of left over there. Pretty smooth sailing. This is outside of Pullman right now. Just give yourself a few extra minutes and take it slow out there, but overall it is pretty smooth sailing. But speaking of those icy roads, we do have a traffic alert to show you about this coming into us. This is a live look from eastbound I-90 near County Road HH and the town of Foster. It does appear that it is some kind of semi here. Probably did slip off the road. We are waiting to hear from officials, but of course, you know, those roads are icy out there, right, Art?
Yeah, they could be a little bit scary out there because the snow is going to be covering up that ice and you may not see it. So again, we're taking a look here at Menominee. The roadway's looking pretty good there so far, but folks are kind of zipping through. But please take it easy. As Alexander said earlier, you might want to start your day a little bit earlier. So the icy roadways, then we're going to push in the possibility of breezy and gusty winds starting at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. through the day. You're going to be seeing slick spots for the roadways, of course, and the winds ticking up as well as we go through the day. In fact, speaking of the day, high for 30 degrees with decreasing clouds getting to at least partly cloudy skies. In the mile today, tomorrow as well as with a weather alert day on Saturday. We have a 100% chance of snow with about maybe 4 to 8 inches locally here in the forecast. And then we'll have drier conditions leading into Sunday and colder conditions for next week.
Thank you, Art. A tiger in Iowa may have just predicted Super Bowl history. When given 2 treat boxes at a zoo, 13-year-old Misha chose the Chiefs over the Eagles. The Tigers' pick could mean a historic three-peat for Kansas City. These zoo animals have an impressive record, calling 11 of the last 14 Super Bowls correctly. All right, well, we will have to wait and see. Wonder what kind of treats were in there.
Wonderful thing about tigers, right?
There it goes. All right, taking its pick. Thank you for starting your morning with us. We do want to let you know there are about 20 school closures and delays coming in, so check our website, News 8000, for those. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more weather and news updates for you when we see you back here at noon.